My name is Emil. I'm a digital strategist and I answer marketing questions. Today's question is about how smart ads and Google Local work and if they're effective at all. And specifically, this question comes from Reddit and from Joshua Cool. And here's the question: is anyone using smart ads campaign for local store, e.g., dental clinic? I actually am, so it's a great one for me to answer. And the question is: Hi all, I'm currently using search ads for my dentist client. Would like to know whether any of you are currently running smart ads for local store. How was the results compared to normal search ads? It's a great question, and I have mixed feelings on smart campaigns and Google Local at the time being. But let's talk about and tackle the first question of what a smart campaign is to Google, what Google Local and the smart campaign setups really are. Google uses a handful of things that you control and a handful of things that we don't control to create a smart algorithm for your specific business. So somebody inputs a Google search and say they're looking for best dentist near me. They're going to look at that user's location and also that user's ongoing location. So for instance, you're searching in 22 miles away from where you normally search. Google's going to take that into account. It may serve a mixed set of ads, something really local, close to you in proximity, and something close to you in your continuous proximity, so where your home or your business is. Then it's going to use your Google My Business listing, your location, your reviews, all of the metadata that is present in your Google My Business listing, and how often it's optimized and how much effort you're putting into it. The keywords that your smart campaign has chosen, or where the local campaign has identified what kind of business you are, and then your website and all the things that are on your website. And it's going to take the user's search behavior, the user's affinity slash in market segmentation to decide where and what ads need to be served, as well as previous behavior by the user. So there's a lot going on here in a smart campaign. For a smart campaign to be absolutely vital for a small business, a small local business, everything has to be right. Your Google My Business has to be on point, has to be taken care of, updated weekly, all the times present, like when you're closed, when you're open, any variability in that time. It always has to be up to date. Messages turned on for responsiveness, deals placed, all the GMB functionality needs to be just focused. And you need to be getting reviews through it for it to matter. GMB processes Google reviews for keyword data. Those keywords that you're looking at need to be really focused. So if you're using a smart campaign, you need to be going for high caliber keywords and not things that don't earn the business a lot of money. And they need to be focused based on what you've learned in the search campaigns. And also they need to be refined and updated just like any other campaign. And they need to match what's in GMB. Image and video is critical for local and service. Most small businesses don't have great video content and don't post a lot of images of their businesses. If you're doing these regularly, user-generated content, client reviews, interviews with doctors, patient specials, all great video like that's updated monthly, and great images that are updated monthly really works in your favor. Your site has to be on point. Are you tracking and reporting back to Google Analytics all the things that matter? Like, do you have goals set up? Do you have stair-step conversions like time on page led to booked appointment, or FAQ video watched over X amount of time? Are you creating and segmenting these audiences in your analytics? And is your site just kick-ass? Like, is it boring? Is it kick-ass? Is it useful for the end user? And finally, is it all unified? Does the GMB, the keywords, the images and videos you're releasing, your website, do they all tell the same story, focused on the same problems, and delivering the same aesthetic footprint? If those things are in place, you're rocking and rolling. But here's the reality. Most are missing at least half of this. And because most are missing half of this, smart falls apart. Google doesn't have enough data from your side to really help the end user. Now, for me, I like smart shopping campaigns in parallel. And here's how I use Google Local Smart Campaigns to maximize result. I always have for dentist campaigns a very, very rigid search campaign. It's geo-targeted, and it has themed ad groups for cosmetic or new patient, veneers, whatever that dentist specializes in. I create 3 to 5 very specific ad groups, and I'm using phrase match and exact match, and I'm being as thoughtful about my ad copy and extensions as I possibly can, and I'm revamping that search campaign every 2 to 4 weeks, adding new patient specials and the extension, promotions, extensions, and then cycling out ad copy that isn't working, putting in new ad copy that is working. I'm also properly tracking conversions, phone calls from extensions. I use CallRail and report back to Google if anybody calls from the site. I also have form extensions, live chat on the site, and all of these, if somebody comes in from an ad or anywhere, we track it properly and report back to Google. And then I'm also segmenting audiences. So I'm segmenting people from cosmetic or new patient, and I'm building retargeting campaigns from the original searches. Then I'll layer a call-only ad, and this is for emergencies only. So dentists that I work with, they offer emergency side. This is high value, so I'm super aggressive on this. And because the foundation down here is so strong, as we get to emergency call-only, these things become their time set. So I know that the campaign starts at 7 p.m., ends at about 11 p.m. That's our most meaningful times to run these campaigns, Monday through Sunday. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm very aggressive because in one of the areas that we service, we get a lot of emergency after hours care there. So these campaigns are taking the lion's share of the energy, effort, and budget. And then I'll layer a display and video campaign on. So I'll have YouTube awareness and reach campaigns running and retargeting people who've been to my site. I'll be using display ads to show the interior property, to show smiling faces as best as possible. And the display campaign is solely for awareness in the geolocation area and retargeting. And then I'm also using my Facebook campaign because I'll run, a Facebook, Instagram campaign and promote the videos, images, and new patient specials or any cosmetic specials we have in there. And I'll segment that audience as well as they're coming in. So this search campaign that's just multiple ad groups, really focused, all best practices followed, then the call only for high ticket emergency items, then display and video to keep in front of everybody, top of mind. And then I'll layer a smart campaign or Google local campaign on top of that, and I'll cycle them out every 3 to 5 months. And primarily what I'm looking at here is, can these smart campaigns use all of this information from a really badass website, an incredibly best practices search, display, and call-only campaigns, years of historic data, and my analytics and segmented audience, can they now go out and get me impression searches and show up in maps when I need to be, rather than the old way where I hoped it would happen? I see the best results happening when smart campaigns, local campaigns, are the last in a chain of ever progressing and more finalized thoughts about the business. This works for plumbing, this works for dentistry, carpet cleaning, home cleaning, roofers. This is just an incredible setup that I found, but it does take a lot of time, a lot of good data, and a lot of tracking. And then, of course, for all local businesses, I also highly recommend Google Guaranteed program. The Google Screen/Guaranteed program is incredible, and for like $400 or $500 a week, I'm getting way better results in some areas than I was with just running, $400 to $700 search campaigns a week, or even more at cases. So I truly hope this has helped clear up some smart campaign and how it should be utilized along with search campaigns. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. Thank you all so much, and have happy marketing.